many other Kurds, and many other names invite original black people into your world of lies. They never tell you that you are the original Kurds, and many other names invite you original black people into the world of lies. They never tell you that you are the original people that in Stockholm and Abdullah Mahim, who before that was called Donan, Abdul, Gabriel, NUSKQU, Abdullah, Sheikh ELOHEEM, and Lord Abdullah. I came to teach my own Deshki, the original children of the Elohim. You are those of the good seed, who are now mixed in with the disagreeable. We decided that we would teach in priority to the children of the ELOHEEM, who would in turn respond and teach the world of harmony and everlasting peace. For we are the original people of this planet, the offsprings of those we call angels. We are the makers of the human beings and the first on this planet. We came back to this planet after the fall of the man, and despite what the other side called darkness on Earth, man was supposed to stay in contact with U.S. pure God, for good. There have been much blue being spelt on the planet Earth since then. The arrival of those from Saturn, the seeds of the angels who were thrown together with the seed of man, so man could return back to his rulership on Earth. The people of the world started to do everything to bring about pure destruction. So we arrived to bring you out of the misguidance that have been given to you. Here are some positive angels who have went a little off track to get those who were of the path back. To many people they seem to become the agents of evil and disharmony. As the fuel for your offered thought is delivered back to you, will see a deliverance of the souls of the youth who knows and fear a common thought pattern that fear is some things that are just not RGHT. It will not be long for those positive angels to stop and retreat to the path that is right and exact. When I came to this planet in the year 1981, I did not understand the rituals and the customs that those who were supposed to be religious were doing. I was not the first to come here to give you humans a live. It was my first time coming to a people that did not want to see the signs of my coming. Those people who I did come to prepare and show and prove to were looking for the physical materialistic objects that were placed in your mind by those who rule your life. Sadly to say, I had to let 3 generations of people die. NUSKQU, I am here with a plan. As I come forth with the answers you have prayed for, I was first greeted by many secret organizations who had the wrong conception of my presence. In their ignorance, they thought I came to help them make money. As I traveled along the path that was set up by those who put themselves in authority over you, the original people, I noticed the harsh treatment and the degrading lifestyle that you go through. Now it is time to let the world know that we are not having it. You are the children of the ELOHEEM. You are the original people, whom we created in our form. From now on, those who settle for this low-class life will suffer the pains of hell. You now call those who are conforming to the writing of Hollywood the Pepsi generation. You traded the struggle of becoming supreme caretakers of the total population of the earth to live with the living dead. Did you not realize that they are the living dead people? Did you not open your eyes to see that those people you now serve was once black? We are and always will be the chosen of the most HGIH. You are the children of the Most High. The present leaders of the planet Earth did not listen to those great messengers that came to you. You, the children of God, have lost your mind while living in the wilderness of North America. At the time of my arrival, you did everything but submit to the teaching of peace that were distributed throughout the different communities. You trusted those cured people who taught you to be afraid and scared. You now lie about what was real and what's not. You forgot your way home all the many rituals that you do adds more confusion to your problems. Institutional religion has led you to be submissive and weak. You stopped doing for yourself and settled to be a slave working for a payday, a vacation, insurance, and a repayment. You have settled for the things that made you look foolish in the eye of yourself. Your women have started to look up to those who have taken your history and put it on like it was care. They tell you to forget about the 400 years of pain and torture that you have been through. You have even allowed them to marry your seeds. By integration and mixing of your seed, you have become more diluted and confused. You can't even have a family decision without someone looking down your throat, giving your wife silly ideas of your struggle. One thing that you were giving that it never ran out was grace, the same grace that your grandmother said before skating her food is now being answered. Knowing what is right in your soul and what is not is grace. The knowledge of right and wrong is a personal inspiration to all those whose hearts have not hardened in this wicked society. The prayers that were being said for the 400 years of captivity in the shores of the United States of America is now being answered. As you were lost on this planet going through your hell, we were traveling through the galaxy planning you safe return. As I arrived to this planet to take over, I met this brother named ELOHUUM. I took my time to rid him of the people, fungus, that had surrounded his body since birth. All those people who set out here mouths that they were trying to live the life of peace, only to be like snakes in the grass. These people were only looking to bite the first one that they see. I took the brother through the worst time that any one man could stand to assure myself that the body that I used would be well equipped could bear on the planet. We took away all of his children and had everyone call him lazy and selfish. As you people did not understand that he was like a puppet to the spiritual world, we gave him the science to the women of this planet and lacked him teach. As he strove to make those little messiahs that will save your souls. His job was to do good mentally and physically, and gave many of you good reasons to come together and stay healthy by skating and releasing you daily press suits that were placed on you by your suppressors. As one skating family, he has given hope and courage to those who were in his aura. He was like the crazy glue for you and your family. As time goes on, you will see all the good that has been done to all that were in his circumference. Many of you thought he was a bad, but we, the heavens, are always in control. Because of your need to be a leader, those who didn't have a following were to this, they did not even notice. Those who talked about him and did all manner of evil guys to him, he wants you to know that here is no love lost. Here are no words that could have been said at the time to show you what was going on. We did not start to express our thoughts of your situation until we know that most of you who were in a position to stop, look, and listen and did not were now incapable of doing it. We are not going to say that you were in his way of progress. To those who loved him, I can say to you that he was the love that was sent to you all. He could not be selfish and keep you to himself. The reason that you were attracted to him was because opposites attract. Dash. He is the light of the world. All those who were with him know of his good nature of love and conquer it for all. As you take the time to save yourself from your own self, never rely on the one who introduced you to the new way of living. For as you were taught, what you put in is what you are now getting. As you were once ready to die for the salvation of the children, this is the time for you to return to the oath that you have taken. To reintroduce yourself with those plans of success that was well discussed, it is time for the whole world to see that we will soon have control of those things that were once uncontrollable. From now until you leave this planet, your memory of the things that I taught, said, or even whispered, will echo across earth, and all negativity will be gone. As he began to teach the many blessed souls, he was glad as a parent that your daughter was chosen to carry learn. For he was a lattice man and a firm teacher. The spirit that was in him guided your families through out all your fears and worries. He was the light that your son was jealous of and became more aware of the responsibilities around the house. As he entered you dwellings, you were blessed with the knowledge of many things that you had wanted for years. He was that spectacle, hope, and joy, the light, known to the world as Deshka Spark. As he began to teach those things that made you blade to be alive, you began to take the light that was shining from him and thought it to be your own. Each day he would warn you of the time that you would have to go away. You did not want to listen. All that was in your mind was the selfish attributes that was learned by those who wanted your soul. When you left, you began to diss your very soul, claiming that he, the light of the world, left for some foolish game of chance. As time went on, and the light of hope that you were getting comfortable left, you started to curse your daughters, not knowing that your daughters gave birth to as the key to you and your family returning to greatness. Those children that was left to your care were left with you, so you could earn your way back to the bosom of my Father. Now as I unveil the cover off of the many mysteries that flash you mind today, take good care of all those children that were born since my arrival, for they are the keys to bringing you out of this darkness that has prevailed, sign my arrival to the shores of this. United States of America, the children that is in your household are your answers to all the problems of this world. Protect them and they will guilt you into your greatness. For they will never be tricked by those who have tricked you. As they grow in size and strength, you will not only see yourself in them, but you will see the oneness of God in them. Use them, but don't you dare abuse them. As you continue to take care of them, make sure that you learn the many answers to life's puzzle that they will put together for you. We are one in many degrees. The real good news, this is not the gospel. The coast spell ORANT, any lengths writing to a piece and give honor to those who oppress the children of the ELOHEEM. As stated, I could have started my writings at any point in time on earth. I have decided to end this illusion and stop all confusion in the world. Who am I? Skate Master Spark, what I have done is light like no other. You are welcome to sit back, read, react in your mind from the divine mind of an ELOHEEM. Many have read books of our appearance on this planet Earth, but this is a rare opportunity to get up close and personal to a reality that many will never see. Yes, I am better than a movie. I am the reason the sun shines on Earth. For in my soul lies the answers to this small, weak, and troubled world. I have been rejected of the so-called learned and those who are in control of your emotions. I have SAT with senators, mayors, and ambassadors, foreign delegates, doctors, lawyers, professors, and you're learned. With all the information within this small book, you can unravel many of the lost knowledge in America. Let it be known that much knowledge that is taught in America was either stolen or made up to prevent you from hearing what is called the truth. I am the answers to the problems of this world. When living in America can be said to have all the luxuries of life. Today living in America is still not the full capacity of our optimum level. The lifestyle that you live is a lie. You have been given a false representation of what is real. You have been stripped of your proper place in this world. As Americans, you are living in a world of illusion and most of all sin. Your every action goes against God the Father, God the Son, and the teaching of the Holy Ghost. You have been fooled into thinking you are chapter 1 body parts, you are a sexual breeder, human machinery in the country needs free sex and new life starts brand new people body parts, sexual television, Planned Parenthood, not new high school sex and grade school to it's a natural reaction to procreate information body parts and racial hate. You're a body part, then you better believe. You're being held down so you can breathe body parts, the sign of the times, inadequate information funneled through your mind, radio, and many magazines, daycare, school, and teachers, phony dreams. You're a body part, the new working force I'm talking about. Yes, to a course state set down, you're working against the original plan from a king brought down less than a man. You're just a body part working 9 to 5. 6 days a week and plenty overtime. Rotate the strong half in jail, doing the government bid from a 30-day stretch to a new life with it on the go back, living in the dark, locked down and separated body parts, spare a kidney, gallbladder, or a heart as you're trapped in the city for your body parts. The clouding factor found in your blood, thinking another pint. You know who from the sperm bank is empty, no more in store, free sex, so our children can give them some more. The city is in. Junkyard just inflamed with body parts for the rich man and other payday. Everybody standing in line worship of dead presidents. 9 to 5 nurses, doctors, and ambulance workers. 2 getting paid to see your child come through. Teachers, preachers, and news pastors. 2 spreading false facts, casting fear spell on you. Fear, phony tribal leaders in politics lying to our people every chance that they get to detain and deranged your precious lives. While Hollywood fills you up with lust, sin, and crime. Body parts, it is time to come alive and get with your family of the other side. Some people got eyes, but their minds not ears, and they're trying not to hear me. Always talking loud with nothing to say, living without a reason every day with a better understanding and all the reasons why we're not just a family. We're the I am tribe, alive with the facts. So come join the fun, one purpose, no color. So come join the fun, intellectual state of mind in every song with the spirit of truth and ease. To carry on, never stumble in the darkness, always use the light and cut of all those people that are just not right here. Will be no more mixing of our royal seed. It's time to live in truth and righteous harmony, no more living other people's lives. I am here to bring you back alive. You got false religions, and the word is a scam, corruption, and scandal of the devil's plan every minute of your life since the beginning of time. They tried to keep you from the truth and destroy your vestiges. Live ministers, preachers spreading spooky lies, tours overseas, spreading international crime. There is no future in faking, and now you know what you're gonna do, where you're gonna go. Some people got eyes, but their mind can't see ears, and they try their best not to hear me, always talking loud with nothing to say, living without a reason. Everyday's chapter 2. Next to come the exciting writings of Skate Master Spark. Have you ever wondered about these issues? Well, read it here for yourself. Self-knowledge. The truth is in the air. The truth is now in your reach. Read on and enjoy this live table of contents. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad. Street corner conversation of grade, putting women in their place. Taking charge for white trash. Are you still eating swine? Women who wear tight pants, black and white politicians, they like ages of relief. Unity Soul Travelers, Chapter 4. I would like to congratulate those original people who still realize that there is still a struggle going on in the United States of America. This struggle that I am speaking about is the struggle of black supreme dignity, truthful knowledge of our past, and a secure plan for our future. Issues: proper clothing, growing healthy foods, the ownership of land, cattle, and livestock. To learn and be involved in the proper knowledge of the voting system, understanding the proper knowledge of the stock exchange, tribal representation in government, and the forming of large corporations. We are still concerned with creating the proper representation for our nation, as we a nation of slaves in this country, the United States of America. We are the chosen original that prophecy states we will. To rise in the West. This is our time again to elevate to the next level of our true selves. While we are still in this country, we must arm ourselves with the powers you can take from us, those spiritual powers that I will teach the children and they will teach you. We must at this time us our full as establish a safe, reliable system for safe passage to land and the liberty that is ours. It is time to have proper representation by way of how many people that are in this country that are from slavery to substancy. It is no longer our wish to have white people in government controlling our people. We need our own representative in Congress. We need our own representatives in the Senate. We need our own governor. We need our own mayor. We need our own police to reckon with the problems we are going through. In the United States of America, we need real peace and love. We need our own judges to judge our own people. We need our own land. We need our own language. Our own doctors. We are a nation of people that are still going through the aftershocks of the terrible treatment and abuse of the first slavery in the United States of America. Now we are in the second phase of the year plan of slavery, the new slavery of the year 2000s, 2000X. We were never let free. If we were free, where is our president? If we were free, where is our land? Where is our money? Why are we going through so much horror? We do not need this. We need to break our way through these monsters that have not cared for us. We are the owners of the entire planet. We will not let them hold us back any longer. While the world is but a minute away, we have to do what is right for our children. Stand up and ask you leaders what happened when we were free. Where is our representation as a people? If they are honest, they will tell you that we are not free. You live in a police state when we are in the city. If you move to the country, and you are in a town, why IOU may have a sheriff and a deputy that keeps you in their grips. Here are main names that are given to the private sector of this country to keep us in their grips. Jesse Jackson is a black man, so why didn't he run for president of the original black people? Religion had him fooled about our liberation. Salvation is for those who are now suffering, not those who thought they were suffering before. Jesse Jackson ran to be president of the new slave owners. If he knew that we were in bondage slavery, that's why didn't he say something? My sisters and brothers, no one knows that we are in this new slavery system but the elite of the world. Realizing that we have been tricked into a new form of slavery, we now want to be paid in full for our 400 years of forced labor. We want you to tell the world of your sickness and admit yourself for treatment of all the diseases that you have acquired through your negative life. All 11 tribes of the cursed house of Canaan should live together. We as original people were tricked into coming together with these. Safety of health. Integration. We do not need to be around these sick people for fear of diseases, as so often they call it come off. If they do not comply with the demands that I state masters are relaying to you by way of the pen and the intellect, they will face destruction. I will just think of many disasters and they will appear before your eyes. Disaster that will come to your land, your children, and your children. Truly I am he that represents God. Here on earth to pay your people back for all of your misdeeds. Here to teach the black supreme nation to rise up and to go within themselves and use the power that no one can ever take from them. The power of the chosen people. God's love. I am no longer going to sit by while you and your children tighten the rope of ignorance around my people neck. As this present government, present programs of destruction in your public schools. So that the power of God will tear down all that you have put up and put up things that you will never tear down. You have already seen the power that I have. Your weatherman and stargazers are glorified. For I have come for the big payback. Happy thoughts bring happy positive reactions. Right about now I am not happy about the treatment of the people I represent. For every action that you have taken against the chosen you in Europe Spring will now have to pay. We only have respect for those who have respect for USA is no turning back. State Masters Spark I-9 Gabriel 19 Chapter 3 ER is the code word of the devil. ER is the code word of the devil. ER, UR, IR, where all are the code word of the devil they United States worship. This devil is represented by the fire. Fire is a destructive force of the face of the earth. It is said that the world will be destroyed by fire. This fire is not going to burn up the entire planet Earth. This fire is the God that this country worships. The name of this rider or devil god has different spellings, but the vibrations of the sound is the same. These sounds are from the letters ER, URIR, or AR, all are the same. Through the English language, many of the chosen have been tricked into thinking in the wrong direction. In the English language, many words WR describe were created to put you under fear spell. In the early school years, you were placed under fear programs of mental enslavement. The way one of the methods was done to you was your spelling words. As a child, you were put under a spell. Each time you were introduced to a new vocabulary word, you were taken under fear spell. Each time you were introduced to a new word in American schools of learning, your mind was put further the races ace. Each time you were introduced to new words in the learning system of the United States, you were unknowingly put further and further under a fear spell of ignorance. Not only were you put further into the fear spell of ignoring you great culture, but you were also praising fear god of fire. This god of fire is called UR, AR or IR. ER not spelled frontwards or backwards gives praise to fear god of fire and destruction. This pronunciation of the word UR is written in many of fear words of communicating. As you speak these words, you are giving honor and praise to fear god of fire. Authority, art, or teacher, reactor, mentor, mayor, governor, president, writer, compare, computer, director, ours, yours, art, before. Learn the art of seduction. Learn to become the goddess of God's elite. Teasing and pleasing your man WTH, the original flavor that makes all of you. Start using thoughts of your pleasure in this times of troubles. Learn how to be in tune with the players and play gets become a member of the winning team. Come to Samaria Enterprises and learn how to maintain your original flavor on this side of the world. Samaria Enterprises, those answers to all your problems. Learn the knowledge that will give you the pleasure to live and enjoy your life on earth. Samaria Enterprise, teaching a brighter way to live in the light of truth and righteousness. Brownsville, Bedford-Stuyvesant, Bushwick, East New York, and all the projects of Brooklyn. This is your chance to learn and earn your righteous part in this life that we live. Brooklyn, do or die is your time to get live. Don't run away from yourself. Learn from the best. Learn from Samaria's Enterprise. With her eye to the heavens, she is traveling on earth to bring truth, fun, and mental security to those who are willing to learn the proper way. Life is too short not to have Samaria Enterprises in your daily lives. If you are interested in joining the best flavor of players and play yet, give Samaria Enterprise a call. For she is better than the best, the grand goddess of the earth. Perfecting the light of the moon to the earth goddesses of the planet Earth. She is your personal guilt to be truthful and joyful while you are in the planet Earth. FO more opportunities of learning and earning your righteous position and birthright. Call today for your personal interview. The Lady of Choice Samaria Enterprise Chapter 4. As our brave original people went for the freedom that they thought was in America, they did not know that America was planning to get them in the cities to rule their lives. As the President Lincoln was his name, knew that the strength of the original black man was needed to fight for the protection of the states of mind that had a new type of slavery on their minds. As the original people came from the masters of the South into the newly type of government called democracy. Democracy was a experimental live STLE that was put into action by the 13 original states. The original black people had been used to fight the battle of their civil issues. Today the North and South of America both share the same values about hating the original people. After years of owning human cargo, it is now difficult for them to see what is real. Through the supernatural powers that destroyed their lives, cattle, and land, they are now being punished by the power of the original people's God. Most people cannot see the lifestyle that is taught you in the media. Through the propaganda of Hollywood, the writers have painted a picture of what slavery was like in America. For all the original people that lived it, we realize that slavery is not over. Many billions of dollars in man-hours are spent in fooling the world of the original black man and his women's purpose. Chapter 6. Living in the city can be compared to a zoo. You may say, why do I say that? It is because of the cement on the ground and the way people in the city are forced to eat out of cans, plastic, and glass. We in the city are unable to grow our own food for two reasons. One, we do not own any land, and two, the land that we do live on is covered with tar and cement. As we learn the science of this planet Earth, we find out that dirt's a necessary tool for the continued survival on the planet. The dirt that is here to give use the mandatory food for our maintenance of our body is covered up SOW. We cannot be self-sufficient. In this country that is called the United States of America, we are locked up in city to work and be servants to the slave master's children. In these cities, many people are locked up in few buildings. Stacked up like animalism in the zoo, these people who number 10-19 million are stacked up like the animals of the Bronx Zoo. Those citizens that pass the test of the ruling class are placed into the workforce and are considered overseers. These few overseers are caretakers of the rest of the population. They go through 12 years of miseducation and brainwashing. This is the start of no return. When the student that has completed 12 years of study she is awarded with a certificate and is considered a diplomat. The name of the certificate is called Diploma. Chapter 7. Topic: Continuation of the Struggle. Authority. RAWS Spark. This is a series of letters to my sons and daughters of this new slavery movement. This letter is written to show you, both male and female, that there is a difference between the both sexes. You brothers must always keep in mind that the movement of unisex and women right is a business that was created out of lies and the misinterpretation of what is real. This business of unisex was implemented into your everyday life to take away your authority as rulers on earth. As each year this country's main adjective is to make the black original men think that you are like a woman. You are reminded to strive each day and to take control of your responsibilities as rulers of the planet Earth. Never forget that in the mind that most black women are in she will always try to take your place. The reason is that since your arrival as human cargo, this country has turned the reality of life backwards. Today, society have given the black women the authority to rule over you by holding you black original back. Through miseducation and many tricks that are demonstrated each day, you brothers are fighting a battle against the whole planet. The power of attraction that has been taught to the black women who is worldly will turn you into a weak and helpless beast. If you as overseers of the planet do not study the knowledge that has been left by our great leaders, you must regain to instill your rightful place as caretakers of the planet. Do not let any women, black, white, Chinese, or any one of them trade places with your birthright. Those who are not submissive to the teaching of our greatness will seduce you into the many acts of shame. Remember, knowledge of self is the key to untangle the web of lies that you will find out in your travels. Today many black women is the first line of defense for this country new slavery system. Today many black women in fear or ignorance of our proper cultural lifestyle has given the sick white man our wealth in the form of time and fear or concern. For 400 years we have been waiting for his teaching to turn over the thoughts of our oppressors. Today as many black women continue to advance in a society that keeps us as a people chosen by God in pain, she disregarded the truth of her existence on the planet Earth. Many black women have stepped up the plans of unisex, thinking that she would eventually take over the whole world. With the laws of unisex, you as brothers will lose your rights as caretakers of the planet Earth. Women hides herself in the different races of color, pretending that they are different. You were told not to have sexual contact with the cursed seed of the house of Canaan. The white people, in falling for the teaching of the politicians' tricks, such as racial harmony, desegregation, integration, you black brother have lost your mind in being defiant. Many black brothers are now locked up in the many institutions. Many are fear for the greed of the material world. Many are fear because of the tricks of the women. Many are fear as playing a part of the struggle. These jail and detentions are traps that were set up to continue the slavery in America and to erase your drive in the struggle. Many of you are doing time and mental institutions because of the mental strain a black women can create. As you may have had a black woman that was always looking for the finer things in life. Brothers and good sisters never forget those brothers and those sisters that are dedicated to the struggle for truth and freedom. Treat them with the respect that they deserve. What you put in is what you will get out. Each brother and sister has to carry fear weight in doing positive deeds for the future of our children. Never forget those who have been fooled into thinking that they have the answers to your soul. Those who are locked up must be informed of the many ways of learning fear, cultural degrees of self-knowledge. Those who are locked up must learn the truth the government. Always look for a better plans of taking care of those who went to the other side in darkness. For the woman was created on the planet Earth and she has no thoughts of who God is. She is the reflection of the brightest light that has come to her circumference. Most black original women today are broken-hearted. Many black women today are fooled as those of the first slavery system. It is up to you brothers to teach and maintain the devotees that you will have in you circumference. As this society will try to make them think that another race of people can rule you and your wealth, the original black women. You are the true rulers of the world. Together you, my brother and sisters, are on body. Keep your heads up and learn to listen to the language of your body. Brothers and sisters, stay in tune with each other and never let any tribe of people fool you in your authority over the children's future. Learn the many sounds of nature as you become in tune with the earth that surrounds your day. Listen to the sound of the wind as it goes through the trees. Listen to the rain as it splashes in the puddles. The sound of thunder is here to remind you of the power of our Father who art in heaven. Tropical storms are here to keep the balance of nature in check. To the brothers, you must be the good on earth. You are the protector and teacher while you are on earth. The black woman's ability will depend on your teachings and your ability to maintain order in your circumference. Women abilities are those things that are physical. She is not the spiritual counselor of your relationship. Today what you see in many black women's heart are the effects of the confusion that has been here in America since our arrival as human cargo, slaves. Many black women today are set in front of your face to discourage you from being all you can be. The original black women has been influenced for the last 400 years to go against the original plan of freedom, justice, and true equality amongst your brothers. The time we have spent in the United States of America has persuaded many black women to conform to the filthy ways of the European mankind and womankind. These kinds of people came from a curse called leprosy. It can be looked up in the book of the law called Leviticus. These people called Canaanites also want to control your world. You must watch out for the black wicked women, and the white cursed man and his white women. Both are using many inventions to control your seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years, and next generation of your brothers. As Hollywood picks out the best and the fitness of fear population to represent fear people. Hollywood also wants some you brothers and sisters to help them fool the next generations of souls. Most of here people are in mental institutions that we once called leper colonies. Many of these inventions that you use each day have taken many are in the service of the struggle. Many of these inventions have just arrived about 50 years ago and have almost stopped your struggle for freedom and the power that you seek. This power that I speak of is the power that is from God. It cannot be brought in the church, temple, or masjid. It can only be received by those who are striving to release his pure souls. For the damnation of this world, it is a higher learning that is not in your earthly universities. It is the reward of those who have sacrificed and struggled for the truth that is seldom spoken these days. To you, my brother, hold on to the truth and never deny the fruit of your labor, the truth. For the truth that I speak of is in your soul. This is why you will be lonely in your travels in this life. Learn to love yourself not in a sexual way, but take care of your body and brain by physical exercise and meditation. The highest form of meditation that I have came across is roller skating. Follow the special prayer that will give you the identity of those in the struggle before you. Teach your children as well as you're helping make these special words. That I leave for you. Until your departing of you soul, always you as the love that was taught by your brother Jesus. Read his message that he gave to the lost children who were your cousins. Brothers, never forget you are not equal to the black women, you are her ruler. She who is real will be glad that you are affirmed proud to be black in the struggle of life. Hold her as the jewel that she will become. As a diamond in the rock, you will have to mold her to your responsibilities toward the planet Earth. Time will be on your side. Inventions such as television, cars, radio, games, sports, clothing, has placed doubt in your mind about your birthrights to rule. Brothers, you must not give up on your abilities to control this planet and everything that is on it. You must start to use your mind by being careful of the things you put in your mouth and the things you say out your mouth. With your mind you can create anything that you imagine, think of. Positive things to put out the lack of truth and dishonesty that keeps your nation worried. You brothers were given the spiritual qualities that those new inventions are set to destroy. By you returning back to your self-knowledge and into yourself back to the 24 hours of the day, you can stop fear plans towards your destruction. Always take the time out of each day to go into your mind and see the inner qualities of your great body. Your body is equipped to become a tool for the mighty power of the Most High. Brothers are the new, clear, atom bomb that this world do not want to go off. You are the atom bomb with the power in your soul to destroy all evil. How are they stopping you? Firstly, by you brothers not taking time out to find your mental abilities. The second, I ask that you are with the sisters that keeps you from the real purpose of your existence on earth. Too much fun in the sun, lemonade in the shade. Both mentally and physically you have taken too much time away from yourself. Most of the women that you see today will not submit to you because your powers are weak. My good brothers, do not feel bad. These negative thinking, non-submitting sisters that have been spoiled by the delicacies of America the harlot will be replaced. They will be replaced by sisters that will be groomed by you. This is why you have to stop and learn of your greatness. Your present foundation of living in this world has both of you fighting in the name of love. When you start to live for the spiritual world, that is when you will return to yourself. As men, you are a spiritual creature. Your laws are those that were left by our great teachers. Here is an invisible wall of hate between the black man and women. As she does not feel good about her physical conduction that we have been in for 400 years. She is now burning both sides of the candle, eating with the presence of the black man and eating with the lit man. Many black women of this time is out of her royal mind. She is in a state of mind where you, my good brothers, must leave her. You must leave her to herself and the troubles that she has created to keep you from finding out yourself. Once she digests the mental reflection of your new teachings that you will undergo, she will return if she is for you. She must realize that the European culture that she is now following is not good for her. Why it is not good for her? Because it is not good for you, my brother. You brother, my brother, must turn back to the original plans of releasing yourself from this government and fear women. This government has shown you for too many years that they cannot accept your greatness. Each day they refuse to give you what you have earned for over 400 years. As this government has taken away your ability to remember how to acquire land, cattle, and a means of governing your family and your women. Just as they brought you here 400 years ago, you are still in slavery. Here is no nation of people that has been one location for 400 years and still receive welfare. You brothers are being tricked by Hollywood and the format of religion into not do anything about your position. You brothers are here in America and must continue to fight in the name of the original struggle. Those who call themselves black from other lands have proven that they have their own troubles. They will only try to take your wealth, your women, and your children. As they try to take your wealth, they will lie and cheat in the name of fear religion to do it. Religion, a political scheme that has been spread all over the world. We as Black Original have no religion. We have a way of life that has nothing to do with fear religion. From our way of life, many religions have been made. The United Nations building is the new Illuminati that the world is looking for. The United Nations building has failed to help our people out of the grips of the most powerful country in the world, the United States of America. The United States of America represent the new world slavery system. The rulers of each country govern their inhabitants of their country with the help of other countries. Trade of merchandise produced in each country are traded and used as a means of money. The original slave owners' children has opened the doors to slavery. They have hidden behind the walls of government, politicians, and phony rules and regulations. They have made partners with those other governments to try and control the world. As I said before, the United Nations are the big brother to the United States of America. The United States in America has rules and regulations in every section of its borders. These sections are called states. Here are different states of minds to control and constantly change the rules of the land. If you, brother, begin to be accepted in one section called a state, you will not be accepted in another state. This will always give this ruling class of sick people a winning edge on you. Only with the power of God will you be able to get rid of those rules that no rule you. Governmental loans to help other countries are giving for trade of that country's resources and their citizens. This is why certain countries' citizens come over and have more government help than others. Fear government sell fear citizen in the name of democracy for loans and favors from the United States. Humans, being and mankind, the sick being on the planet, are traded from country to country. When other countries see citizens come to the United States of America, it helps the present political leaders keep confusion for fear or strength. The greatness of the original black man will be told. The greatness of the original black man will be used, for it is the power of the Most High God. Fear is no other power that is greater than the power that you brothers are. You brothers must stand united, unify with one goal in a way that your minds must be in tune with each other. Never forget to exercise your body and your brain. Use discipline to win over those who wish to take your place. You have fallen from ruler to being ruled. Self-defense of the mind and body is to eliminate most of your present lifestyle. Always fight against any harmful thoughts that brings negativity in your surroundings. You and your greatness is stronger than 100 of fear or sick people. Attraction means attract to look to and shun to turn away, leave alone. So when you feel attracted to those beasts of the field that is called womankind, remember. When you feel attracted to the black women, remember. You have to use your intellect and not your feelings. Your intelligence will bring you further and safer into the future. Remember the secret thoughts for protection and project them every day. You black original brothers are the weather. Your mind controls all that is on the planet Earth. Think about it and it will manifest into a physical reality. The earth was given to you as a gift and a responsibility. You are to rejoice and be exceedingly glad. Let not the cursed people corrupt your mind with fear or foolish games and inventions. Just as opposites attract, the other part of the black man is his women. The black women at this time 2004, in her present state of mind, is to be regarded as weak and wicked. only until she proves herself to reflect the positive side of the knowledge of that original purpose and struggle, is she to be trusted. She must prove herself every day to be in the right position. For everyone must carry her own weight in the struggle. She must be put on point every day, by giving her what is expected of you and your purpose on the planet. Once she is not on point, she must be let go, for when she is not on point, she is your enemy. She then become a threat to you and all that is in your circumference. Mankind and womankind are off limits to the black men, his women, and your children. These sick white people are no good for your development and positive, productive state of mind. For 400 years these people have caused you 400 years of trouble. They will never admit to fear of being cursed in their hate for you and your black family. Those white people that have proven to be evil to you will stay evil. Those black women that can be good by nature are corrupted. Man's negative side is the black women. The black women must reflect the positive teachings of the black man. Low level of creation, the white man and his women are called mankind and womankind. Mankind and womankind is another lower level of creation. They have already been judged for fear sins of the past. This is the reason for the outbreak of so many diseases. These diseases are no secret, but they have hide fear conduction from themselves and have blamed fear or sickness on you. You have the ability not to feel fear or sickness, but to contain it. To those who show respect and fear actions, you are allowed to deal with them in peace. This is what the brother prophet Muhammad came to say. He was the spirit of truth that Jesus was talking about. These people have made a religion of what we did in our greatness. Women shall be saved by childbearing only if she continues with the proper state of mind. This proper state of mind is soberness, and being submissive to your world. She must earn her position as a goddess in your life. She must be tested every day to prove herself right and exact. Although she is not spiritual, she can only become disciplined with the rituals that was left in our way of life. What you teach her is what you will get back in the form of reflection. She is your reflection. Those sick people have her in fear frame of mind. This is why she is considered out of order. It is best that you learn by yourself those things that will make you stronger. The black woman is like a tape recorder. This tape recorder is called by those who think they have knowledge, wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to speak of the divine knowledge that you have given to her. You give her the knowledge when she deserves it. Her job is to comfort you with her total self. Her only reason for living is for you, the ruler of the planet. This is why the government is trying to keep you brothers drugged up with poisons. As each day the government will try to take away your ability to communicate properly with the other part of you, the black women. It is said that the blacker the women, the better the Jews. That can be explained many ways. The black woman is your only vehicle for duplication. She is considered to be your earth. For good black soil has plenty of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. To give your seed a better chance of survival and growth, it is better give a good foundation to a black woman who wants to reflect your culture. Many black women today is weak, wicked, and easily tricked into wasting time that is needed for your survival. Wasting time being programmed into European culture of sin and shame from the soap stories, television talk shows, movies, bowling, and many other distractions that are around them. This whole world is against you and her, for you and her are one. The blacker the color does not mean the better the Jews. Whatever you teach her in her foundation will be her start with you. You have to find one with the will to continue in the struggle. Make sure you do not break the covenant of mixing you royal seed. This negative side of the black men is the black women. This is why it is said that opposites attract. The original black man has a noble character. This is why this country tries to keep you in a false state of living, hoping you never find the real you that will bring about many positive actions. Giving peace to the black women that you accept. Always remember that a black man does not choose black women. The black women will always choose the black men. Do not try to capture these women, for they will only play on your valuable energies. After a black woman chooses you, that is when you can teach her. Always testing her ability to reflect that part of your personality that you give her. As ruler of the planet, you must put down a foundation so you will build another part of you. This is why the black woman is considered as your helpmate. Most women that you meet will have a religion. Explain to her the difference between religion and the true way of life. Ability in grooming her will give you a soulmate for maintaining your world in peace. Her prayers are the mental transferring of thoughts that should be used to keep natural and supernatural conditions in your control. Her prayers is to control her wicked state of mind that is weak. Always remember you thoughts can be used to build or destroy. We as original people build to destroy and we destroy to build. This is why this government wants society to keep your mind on the false issues of the planet. Many of your brothers are now tricked into thinking about sex, money, food, sports, and other states of mind that is not your original responsibility. Leave them in fear, troubles, and concern yourself with yourself. Here are two types of people in the original black men. You have leaders and followers. The lead you must follow. So follow those who speak of black supremacy and always watch you back. Opposites attract and those who are the same repel. Many time-consuming practices that are done in these days was not done in times of your original greatness. Today the average mind of those who are alike as yourself is slowed down to being called normal. This word normal can be looked on as worn out and not in the right order. To achieve this title of being normal, one has to go through a schooling of being miseducated for about 12 years. Once person has been proving to comply with their programs of miseducation, he or she is given a diploma. This diploma makes them certified as a new worker in fear, a new slavery system. He or she is given the title of a diplomat. With this diploma, they are happy that they can represent the new owners of slavery. This new slavery is called upon in every land that is against you. The whole world will come to America to use the original black people. You are the salt of the earth. Many of your brothers and sisters will be under the spell of ignorance. This spell is simply placed on them by fear, ignoring the facts of fear circumstances. Those who fell into the materialistic trap of greed are subjected to the penalties of jail. Always remember that many that are in jail are fear because of the technology of this country. Always remember them in the struggle. They are the ones that will help you. They are the ones who have the chain up, lockdown experience. Those are the ones who are brought deeper into the system of the new slavery. The second level of this new slavery is the prison system. This is where the government tries to break your ability to continue in the struggle. The prison population, my sons and daughters, are the result from the mishandling and the miseducation of the schooling system. For the apple does not fall far from the tree. As you will grow and realize the many lies that were told to you as a child by those Europeans. Never forget that your generation can only do the best that is possible for the struggle. When asked what is the struggle, you tell them the struggle goes untold. Pick your own leaders for the struggle. A leader of my time will always explain their struggle. There will always be many struggles, as there are many situations that we original people are in. As we continue to find what is best for our nation. The black original nation, descendants of the first slavery living in the United States of America. Continue the good deed for you brothers and sisters. Skate Master Spark Chapter 8 to the brothers and sisters of the original black people.
Okay, you see you got a whole lot. You got like 53 minutes of pure truth. 20 years ago, when I first came here, this is what I had to say. Before that, I said many things. Saying has not changed yet. To the ELOHEEM, you, to the ELOHUUM, me, you must learn. So don't say you're doing good, you happen to be awoke when you're not woke. You're unconscious because you're not creating. You're a consumer because you don't grow anything. You throw away nature by not planting the seeds, by throwing the core of the apple, the seeds of the orange, the grapes, the cherries, the strawberries, the cabbage, Your consumer is sad.